This country is going through an opiate crisis, 82,000 deaths a year. If we were able to provide another alternative than opiate based medicine, there is less chance that they're going to become addicted. I think that when we talk about Polaris, we kind of start the story in the middle. When we started to analyze whether we wanted to start lending in the cannabis sector, we had to do some heavy soul searching. We needed to think about, how do we feel about this? What are the ramifications of us entering this sector for the country, for ourselves, for our families, for kids, and everything? And when we really started to think about that, there's a lot of stigma. And, I think that everybody immediately jumps on the side of that cannabis is bad. And I think that cannabis is bad when it's unregulated. I think that if cannabis is regulated and tested and only sold to adults, that is much better than a situation where it's unregulated and it's sold to anybody. And so we're facilitating the legal market. And so I want to first start by that point. But I think more broadly and more important to us personally is that this country is going through an opiate crisis. And I believe that the numbers that I looked up was 82,000 deaths a year. And I think that was for 2021. That's just breaks my heart to even say that out loud. And if we were able to provide people that are in pain another alternative than opiate based medicine, there is less chance that they're going to become addicted. And I want to just go a little bit further on what I mean by that with a personal story. So we had a family member that had knee surgery, and this is somebody that never would take drugs, never take opiates, but they were prescribed opiates for that surgery. And the first night they had lost count of if they had taken it, the prescribed, at the amount of time. And I think that, that could be partially from the opiate being from the anesthesia, whatever it might be. But if we weren't there to monitor it, I can see how just that in itself, not knowing if you had taken it and you double took it and you missed a couple, you actually have more doses than you should have had. You could be sent down a road that you never in a million years thought, or you didn't realize you were on it until you're already on it. And so that, I think, is important. And so we would like to be able to think of a way that we can provide the cannabis to the legal market that can provide alternatives to people as to, non-opiate based, but also just as importantly for research. And so we funded one of the first cannabis DEA federally licensed facilities in the country for research. This is a cannabis facility, and that facility produces for research only in the federal system, DEA licenses. And so all of this research, I think, is very important, and it really hadn't started moving until the last couple of years.